This past May, I went on my biggest cruise of my lifetime. In fact, it was the biggest trip I've ever taken. I went on my first transatlantic cruise, and there's a lot of great ports I went to. What I want to do today is kind of tell you about my experience. Would I go on a transatlantic cruise again? I want to talk about the ship I went on, which was the Enchantment of the Seas ship. We went on a 16-day cruise. The 16th day actually was the day we got to Rome. So we went from New Jersey all the way to Rome. We went to 4 or 5 ports. The first day getting on the ship, and what was that like? Unfortunately, the first day it was raining really bad. I had no idea what I was in for. I heard all the stories about a transatlantic cruise, but until you're on it, you have no idea what you're going to go through. I actually didn't bring any seasickness pills or any kind of patch. I thought I can just weather the storm. Right when the cruise started, I had no idea it was going to get that rough. The first night was really a challenge. We didn't really get hit by the big storm until the nighttime. Then the ship started rocking so bad, it was really a sight to see. Inside my room, you couldn't have any drawer open or it would shut. The bathroom door, if you had that open, it was going to shut on you. It's just nothing was going to stay open because it was rocking back and forth so much. And I thought, oh my God, what did I get myself into? I hope the whole cruise isn't like this. That was all what was going through my head. And then the next day, I had no idea that I was going to go through seasickness. The next day, I didn't want to eat breakfast. I didn't eat lunch. I mean, I felt so sick. I mean, I just couldn't eat. So that was my experience. When I got to dinner the second day, I was able to eat dinner. And then actually after that, the seas kind of calmed a lot. It wasn't as bad, but you got to also realize when you're on a transatlantic cruise, the ship, even though on your calm days, the ship's still kind of moving. You can't really get rid of the movement on this transatlantic cruise. It's just always going to be moving on the cruise. So that's something to consider if you're going to go on a transatlantic cruise. Can I put up with the movement of the ship? Once you get on this cruise, you can't get off the cruise. I mean, you're on it for the duration of the cruise. We're on for 16 days, and that's when we got off. But we had to weather the storm. It actually wasn't too bad. The first 2 days, of course, were bad, but after that, it got better. Then after the first port, then it got real choppy. The water got choppy. The ship started moving really a lot. But not quite as bad as the first 2 days. Fortunately, it wasn't too bad. We did get through it. And would I take a transatlantic cruise again? Absolutely, I would. It's only because I'm sort of used to it. Another thing, no matter how much the ship rocks, I'm able to sleep. I don't know how I'm able to do that. I always get my good night's sleep every cruise I take. It doesn't matter how much it rocks. It's for some reason, I'm just able to do that. And I figured it can't get much worse than what I went through on the first night. And if it's worse than that, then that's a real problem. I just hope I never experience that again. I mean, that was like really kind of severe. it was kind of disturbing, and I'm sure most of the people on the cruise would say the same thing, that the first night was the roughest. Did I like Enchantment of the Sea ship? I absolutely love this ship. It's an older ship. I didn't know if I could stand being on it for, you know, a 2-week time period, but I actually loved it. The running track is incredible. It's the best running track I've ever seen. It's actually a big running track. It goes a long distance of the ship. I like the little bridge section. That's something they added to the ship, and it's really nice. So I really like that. The food on board the ship was excellent. I loved all the buffet food. You can't go wrong by eating their buffet. It was delicious, you know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I actually ate there more than the dining room because I seem to love the food. We did go to the dining room once or twice, but I like the buffet so much, we just stuck with the buffet. And I also loved all the activities on the ship. I think the cruise director of this ship was the best that of any ship that I've been on. I thought he was fantastic. He was fun, energetic, and all the activities were really great.
Heel, and then toe, toe. You got it? Yeah. Okay. From here on, you're not going to say yes. You're going to say yeah. Yeah. All right, you get it? This is so sad. Okay, everybody, again, fan and fan. Heel, toe, toe. Okay, so we're going to go again. Heel together, let's feet together, and then you're going to do 2 strokes with your left. You got it?
In fact, one of the activities was a flag event for all the crew members on the ship. They had some kind of dancing with, you know, each country, waving their flags, playing music. It was fun to watch, I have to say. One of the best experiences I've ever had. It was good, definitely memorable.
Dominican Republic! One crew member from Egypt! One crew member from El Salvador! We have 7 crew members! Let's hear it for the United States of America!
Would I go on the ship again? Probably not. Only if there's a place I really want to see. I still want to explore a lot of other ships. But I definitely loved the ship. I had no problem with the ship. If I do go on the ship again, I won't be disappointed. After our 2 days in Rome, our trip wasn't over. We had 2 other countries to go to. We took a train from Roma Termini train station over to the Rome airport. Then we took an airplane from Rome over to Dubrovnik, Croatia. We stayed 3 nights in Croatia. And then we took another airplane over to Oslo, Norway. We stayed there also for 3 nights before we took an airplane home. day I went to the airport, it was an experience. I had no idea that the customs were going to be pretty rough on you. They want to see all the stamps of the different ports that we went to on our passports. But the thing is, when we're on our cruise, they didn't tell us that we need to get stamps at each port. So because we're unfamiliar with it, we didn't do the research, or we didn't have no idea that each port we visited, like Portugal, Malga, the France, we should have had a stamp from each one, but nobody told us about it, so we didn't know. So by the time we got to Norway, it seemed to be a problem with their customs. They didn't really like it. I didn't know if they're gonna keep us overnight, or I didn't know what they're gonna do. I just said, I'm sorry, we didn't know. Had we known, we would have got a stamp. Nobody told us about it. Fortunately, they allowed us to go home. Another thing that they were very strict on was your bag size. We went in the check-in line at Oslo Airport. They were pretty strict. They had something you put your carry-on luggage in. If it doesn't meet the requirements, then you have to pay for, check-in. So that was kind of not something you want to go through, but fortunately our luggage and also our big bag fit into their requirement. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope it's very helpful to you when you go on your transatlantic cruise. It's not so bad, but you definitely are going to go through something with the different weather conditions. It's definitely worth it. You can see a lot of different countries and it's fun. Thank you again for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel. Happy cruising!